Hi everyone, my name is Jing Wu and I am part of the MindReset, a community dedicated to making this world a more supportive, inclusive, compassionate, and kind place. To learn how we accomplish this, check us out at www.themindreset.com. For today's episode of Mental Health Motivation and Mindfulness Monday, also known as we're going to be talking about how not to worry. Today, I'm going to share with you guys the 3 A's that can help you get over anxiety. The first A being awareness, the second A being analysis, and then the third A being action. So this is a great problem-solving strategy regardless of the emotion you're feeling or the circumstance that you're in. Why is worrying bad? Once you get caught in the loop, you got to be aware that it's even happening so you can get out. Worry can cause stress and anxiety, which can cause more worry. And to put it simply, stress and worry and anxiety makes you stupid. Yes, stress makes you stupid. You can't make rational decisions when you're stressed out. And from a physiological standpoint, it also increases adrenaline and cortisol, which can decrease your immune system and increase inflammation. So there's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't worry. Not going to go into it. Everyone knows it's not great. So how do we actually tackle it? Well, first piece, awareness is understanding whether the stress is anticipatory, so something you believe is going to happen in the future, whether it's residual, so it's something that happened in the past and still affects you today, or whether it's situational, it's something currently happening in the moment. Things that cause stress include painful experiences, events from your childhood. So that kind of comes into our second piece about analysis. Is the stress hysterical? Something that's kind of irrational, something that you definitely shouldn't waste your time entertaining? Is it historical? So you're feeling this way based upon a negative past experience. Is this something that you kind of need to work through? Or is it helpful? So helpful stress would be something like you have a performance review coming up or you have a big exam. These types of stresses you typically have more control over in your life, and so you can do something like study or prepare or do something to make this stress alleviated. For historical stress, talking to a friend, a colleague, a therapist, depending on the level of the stress, or who might be someone you trust and can actually help you get through it. Even if talking about your emotions isn't something you're really into, just by having someone else listen, it might help provide context for what you're saying and might help provide clarity for what the cause of your stress is, and then it might also put you at ease to have someone listen to you. It's a good way of interrupting your own thought process, essentially, when you realize, okay, this is why it's going on. I want to stop that cycle of continual stress. Oh, another thing too for analysis is that for some people it helps is doing a 0 to 10 scale. 0 is how much you have no control over the situation, or 10 being you have a lot of control over the situation. Our imaginations can fool us sometimes into thinking that we don't have as much control as we do over a circumstance, but we also have the power to wield our imagination to help us be more creative and problem solve too. So just keep that in mind. Humans, I think, have been the only creatures to imagine stress. We can create scenarios that increase stress for ourselves. So just think about that. We create our own reality. So in terms of actions, there's 3 really positive things you can do. 1, you can stop putting yourself down. The moment you start doubting yourself is when you stop believing that whatever issue you have is surmountable. And honestly, you probably wouldn't be okay if someone else was putting someone you cared about down or yourself down. So why should you be okay when you put yourself down? The next thing you can do is you can stop trying to please everyone. An example is when you go to the store and you try on some clothes, Are you purchasing that item because it's something that makes you feel comfortable, because you love it, because it increases your self-confidence? Or are you purchasing that item because you're thinking about how someone else will perceive you in that article of clothing? So while that's a pretty low-key example, the same thing applies for your jobs, for your relationships, for other, larger aspects of your life. Are you taking a certain job because other people will perceive you to be more prestigious or, powerful, or because it's something that brings you a lot of joy in every single day and you're excited to be contributing to something greater than yourself? Finally, the last thing you can do is ask for help. I know, it's easier said than done, especially if you ask for help and people don't respond positively or reject you, and they're not able to respond in the way that you want to. Reach out to someone else or reach out to a community where their focus is going to be trying to help you, like the MindReset. We have our next digital support group the first Monday of January, so I believe that's the 7th. Once again, the 3 things you can do is A, don't put yourself down, B, don't please everyone, and finally, C, ask for help when you need it. One thing that you can do that really helps decrease stress, and literally there's so much evidence out now that this is one of the best things you can do for your health, is exercise. Exercise increases your endorphins, and literally there's a whole laundry list of the benefits of it. But even if it's just going for a walk and thinking about the situation and thinking about what's the point of me holding on to the stress or anxiety, is there something I can do about it? Okay, right after this walk, I want to carve out time to do something about decreasing my stress. All right, so pretty basic stuff, pretty obvious stuff, but really you just got to put it into action. So just remember that 1, be aware. The most powerful thing you can do is just be aware of yourself, be in tune with who you are. 2, analyze the situation so that way you can sort out, where you should put your time and effort. And finally, 3, take action. Take action on the things that you can control in your life, and you'll definitely see some positive changes happen.